I extend the Islamic greetings of peace to everybody in the room. May the peace and blessings and mercy of the All-Merciful be upon you all. If we can have everybody please just sit down so we can get started. Everybody can move towards the front. Please fill in all the seats. We do expect a full house tonight. So please make sure to fill in all those rows seats. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله أحمده وأستعينه وأستهديه وصلى اللهم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. We start in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is due to God, and may the peace and blessings of God be upon His messenger Muhammad. I welcome you all to our event tonight. I'm very honored to have you all here. Before we begin the program, we're going to quickly start with the Quran, but actually before that, just a couple notes. If you are videotaping or taking pictures of the event, please just make contact with the MSU. If you would like, we can just provide you a recording instead. If there's anybody who would like to, if there are any media contact, or if there's any media that would like to be in contact with us, please either see myself after the program, or look for Sister Nida Chowdhury. She'll be answering all questions. If you have a cell phone, please put it on vibrate, silence it, turn it off, whatever you prefer. After the event, we'll be having a book signing with Norman Finkelstein, so be sure to stick around. The books are on the front, on my left. And with that, we will be starting with a short recitation from the Holy Quran by Asim Fadi. Asim?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا لا تجعلنا فتنة للذين كفروا واغفر لنا ربنا إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم لقد كان لكم فيهم أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر ومن يتول فإن الله هو الغني الحميد عسى الله أن يجعل بينكم وبين الذين عاديتم منهم مودة والله قدير والله غفور رحيم لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين إنما ينهاكم الله عن الذين قاتلوكم في الدين وأخرجوكم من دياركم وظاهروا على إخراجكم أن تولوهم ومن يتولهم فأولئك هم الظالمون صدق الله العظيم.
The translation of which are as follows. Our Lord, make us not a trial for the disbelievers and forgive us. Our Lord, verily you are the Almighty, the All-Wise. Certainly there has been in them an excellent example for you to follow, for those who look forward to the meeting with Allah and the last day. And whoever so turn away, then Allah is rich, free of all wants, and worthy of all praise. Perhaps Allah will make friendship between you and those who you hold as enemies. And Allah has power over all things, and Allah is oft forgiving and most merciful. Allah does not forbid you to deal justly and kindly with those who fought not against you on account of your religion, and did not drive you out of your homes. Verily Allah loves those who deal with equity. It is only as regards to those who fought against you on account of religion, and have driven you out of your homes and helped to drive you out, that Allah forbids you to befriend them. And whoever so will befriend them, then such are they the wrongdoers who disobey Allah. So tonight is the kickoff for our 8th annual Palestine Awareness Week. We have a long series of events over the next week, which will be bringing speakers such as Ilan Pape, Rachel Corey's parents, Anna Balzer, and you can see all the details and whatnot at msu.uci.com. Specifically tonight, we have Dr. Finkelstein with us. He's going to be discussing the difference between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, what it means to criticize the state of Israel as a political entity, and how that does not correlate to anti-Semitism. Dr. Finkelstein received his doctorate in 1988 from the Department of Politics at Princeton University for a thesis on the theory of Zionism. He's currently an independent scholar. Finkelstein is the author of 5 books: Beyond the Chutzpah, on the misuse of anti-Semitism and the abuse of history, from the University of California Press. The Holocaust Industry, Reflections on the Exploitation of the Jewish Suffering, Image and Reality of the Israel-Palestine Conflict, A Nation on Trial, the Goldhagen Thesis and the Historical Truth, The Rise and the Fall of Palestine, A Personal Account of the Intifada Years. With that, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Dr. Norman Finkelstein to the stage.
Can people hear me in the back? Raise your hand if you hear me. Okay, let's go. Great. Appreciate the most difficult part of the lecture. Okay, I'll get to the actual topic towards the end. I have to first create a framework for understanding and dealing with the issue of anti-Semitism, and that will come a little bit later in my remarks. What I want to talk about, or at least begin to talk about, is something that more and more in recent years has struck me about the whole nature of the Israel-Palestine conflict. And that is, when you look at the actual documentary record on the conflict, the past or the historical record, the present, which basically means the human rights record, and the future, which basically means the legal diplomatic record for resolving the conflict. When you look at the historical record and the documentary record, what's very striking is that there's very little controversy any longer surrounding the Israel-Palestine conflict. There's a broad consensus on what the history shows. There's a broad consensus on what the human rights record shows. And there's a broad consensus among nations of the world and legal scholars about how to resolve the conflict. Yet, when you enter into the public arena, the arena of the media, public debate and discussion about the topic, the Israel-Palestine controversy obviously seems very controversial, very contentious. It evokes vehement passions on all sides. And what I want to look at this evening is trying to understand how those two phenomena can be reconciled. Namely, a conflict which is, on the written record, remarkably uncontroversial, probably among the least controversial in the world today. That same conflict, when it enters the public arena, suddenly becomes very controversial. And the argument I'm going to make today is that the vast preponderance of controversy surrounding the Israel-Palestine conflict, the vast...
I can't hear you. I
Yeah.
think that the microphone closer to you.
Okay. The vast preponderance